Hey, if you're running a Facebook group, there could be a bunch of reasons that you are losing sales in your Facebook group. I know all of the annoying business coaches, myself included, are like, Facebook groups, yay. Except if you're like most people, what you'll sometimes experience is maybe not getting the engagement or traction that you want. And so I think it's normal to question any of your strategies. But what I don't want you to do is just like jump from strategy to strategy, because you're never going to be able to get good at any one strategy. And then you won't be able to get momentum and, of course, earn income and get to your income goals for your business. So in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk through the big picture strategy of how Facebook groups contribute to your business strategy, why they're important, when you would want to use them, and when you would not want to use them. And then I'm going to walk through, I have four things here on where you might be losing sales. And I know that these work because just yesterday, so I'm recording this on a Tuesday afternoon, just yesterday, I worked one-on-one with a client on a Facebook group audit of these four things. And she only implemented one of them, maybe, yeah, one of them. And today already booked an appointment for her Facebook group. Now, am I saying that you are going to be able to book an appointment the very next day after implementing one of these changes? I'm not promising that. I'm not your fairy godmother. I want to make sure that we all know that we're going to have to, show up and work and be consistent. But I know that these changes make a big difference, because being able to book sales calls or appointments or whatever, or have people attend your events from your Facebook group, is going to dramatically change your business. So let's go ahead and jump in to the overall Facebook strategy. The first question we need to ask is Facebook groups, yay or nay? Should I have one? Are they dead? Etc. So my take on Facebook groups is that I love them because we can actually talk to people. So over the years, we've put our content on podcasts, we put them on YouTube, and that's great. Except we have no way to actually connect with the people, right? And since we operate in a relationship-based business, relationships are important. And so if you're trying to decide, is a Facebook group as strategy, um, is this something that belongs in your business? One of the things you want to ask yourself is my business relationship based or not relationship based? So if your business has nothing to do with actually talking to people and actually learning about them and actually knowing them, and that's not like important in your business, then you probably don't need a Facebook group. Facebook groups are really useful because people are already on Facebook, so that's good. You're able to do things like tag at everyone and people get a notification. You're able to teach, you're able to use multiple types of content, or on other platforms, you only typically have one type of content that you can use. And the best part about Facebook groups is we can actually talk to the people. So that's what I want you to consider if you're thinking about, is a Facebook group good for me, or is a Facebook group not good for me? Let's go ahead and walk through how a Facebook group fits into overall business strategy, because I think this is really important. And this is where some of our efforts, maybe they get a little bit messed up. So when I look at coaching on strategy, we have like a funnel here, and we have a few different stages. This first stage up here is attract. This is where we have new eyeballs, right? So they've never met you, and we choose strategies in order to be able to get people to know who you are. Like, hi, I'm Tasha, nice to meet you. The second stage here is the bridge. And this is where we nurture and invite to ... conversion events. So this is where we make offers. And then down here is deliver, and this is when we're actually delivering either physical products if you have physical product business, or services if you have a service related business. Now, what has changed over time? What has changed over time is it used to be that the only things companies would measure were A, C, and D. The B actually never existed before. And so what used to be true is you could get a lead. You could, from the lead, you could invite them to an appointment, and maybe they would come to a one-on-one or an event where you could make the offer. And if there, I've been here for 9 years in the online business space and in entrepreneurial land. And when we first started, it was a lot easier to get this going. Now we did have a podcast at that time that operated as a bridge. But for the most part, this was like people were doing this and they were successful. And maybe you look at your business a while back and you were able to do this, get a lead and invite them straight in. But now things have changed. Trust is lower. People are checking out people way longer than they were before. And so in the bridge, in order to get someone comfortable with attending a conversion event, a one-on-one or an event, or to even have them open-minded to work with you if they come to that event. So if they come to that one-on-one and they're totally closed off, that's not helpful either, right? For services, you're looking at 3 to 6 hours of content consumed to vet your credibility. For products, I think it's a bit less. So let's maybe think 1 to 2 hours to be like, this is legit. So where does a Facebook group fit in here? The Facebook group is a bridge. Now, other bridges are YouTube, but again, we cannot actually message those people. Other bridges are podcasts, which are great because when you're in their ear, they can like consume a lot of content really quickly because it all just goes back to back. And that is also great. But again, we can't message them. They're not visible. They're not raising their hands and saying, hi, I am interested in the result that you help people with. And that's what makes someone an actual real lead, is that they're actually interested. And so the Facebook group operates, I don't know why I wrote bridge twice, Facebook group, right, operates as the bridge between attract and convert. So when we have a new lead, we can say, hey, would you like to join my Facebook group where you can get blah, 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 blah. They consume content there on their own time. We tag them in them, we send them messages, etc. And then they're just much more likely to be receptive to whatever is going on when it comes to conversion. And so this is how Facebook groups operate. And I want to make sure you understand that because, well, I know that you can handle big picture strategy, and I think it helps you to become a better business owner. So that's where Facebook groups fit in. So now let's talk about the crickets, right? Is your Facebook group crickets, not making sales? Right, fix these things. Okay, so number 1, we're going to go from posting stuff to leading. We're going to move from being an admin of a group to the leader of the group. Leader. And what leaders do is they help people go from one place that's undesirable to a more desirable destination. So in order to turn your Facebook group into a place where you are leading, number 1, we need a destination. Where are you taking them to? So where we're taking people to is we're taking them to $5,000 to $20,000 of profit. That is what we are committed to. Our Facebook group is an extension of our paid program. Whether they are in our paid program or in our free Facebook group, I consider them to be under our care. And so we're going to approach this free Facebook group with the same intentionality as we do with our clients. This is just like the free version of how we help people to get to the destination, which is 5 to 20 grand of profit. So we need to start there. We need to start with a destination. We need to infuse the thing with trust, compassion, stability, and hope. which is what people want from leaders. And so we are going to create content that builds people's trust, shows people that we care about them. We're going to demonstrate stability by actually engaging in the group, and we're going to inspire hope by sharing success stories. I had a client once that I coached on social media. It was in a group setting, and she said, "Oh my gosh, I get it. How can I expect people to engage with me if I'm not engaging with them? I want them to engage on social media, but I'm not even engaged." And this is where it's like leaders show up, and leadership is a contact sport. Okay, so that's number one. So we need to shift our mentality from posting stuff to leading. Number two, we need to have what's called long form video, 10 to 20 minutes of actual teaching, useful help, right? And that's what this video is. This is a long form video that's actually going to be helpful. It is not teaser content. Now, I can't teach you everything about Facebook groups in one video, right? That's not my goal. But I am going to be like, here are the things that you need to fix, right? And so this is an example of a long form video. Now, not everybody is going to watch your long form video, but if you're able to get this in front of 2, 3, 5, 10, 20 people, that is going to move your business forward, because remember, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get people towards 3 hours of content. And so if you don't have long form video, you don't, right? People are just going to skim over a written post. That's maybe 90 seconds. That's not going to get us there. And so we want to have this long form video. Whether you are selling products or services, you still need to be able to teach. They need to be able to see you as trustworthy and knowing things that they don't know, right? Inspiring hope and the stability and all of that. We need to do hand raiser posts. These are posts. You can call them a call to action post, but we're going to be like, would you like this thing? We're going to do hand raiser posts to the video. So this is a really silly thing that actually drives me crazy. But we post a video on Facebook, and Facebook is like, your people, not a lot of people watch this, so maybe sends it to like 50 people or 60 people. And then the next day, we post a hand raiser. It says, did anyone miss the video we posted yesterday on whatever topic? And that post, on the Facebook background, maybe it's purple, and then we put a little emoji that's like the raise hand emoji. That one gets like 20 comments or 30 comments. We get more reach on the hand raiser post, did you see the video, than the actual video. It's kind of silly. But now with this extra step, people are raising their hand. It's increasing the engagement in our group. They're like, I'm interested in this video, right? We can send them the video, and then we can also follow up with a message that's like, I'm curious, what has you interested in this video? And now we're in a conversation that could lead nowhere, but also could lead somewhere. So to the video, to freebies, and to even invitations to events. And an event can be a one-on-one something, or a group something that you're doing, like a workshop or a webinar. The fourth way to fix the fact that your Facebook group is not making sales is talk to people. I mean, technically write with people, but talk to people in Messenger. If you're messaging with people on Facebook and you're friends with them and you're in the same group, Facebook is going to be like, oh, you guys know each other. You are friends. I'm going to show more content of yours to the other person, and vice versa. And so we want to message people. Now, I know not everyone sees all the messages. Not everyone gets all the friend requests, right? But we need to control what we can control instead of becoming a victim to the things that we cannot control. So what can we control? We can control sending welcome messages In fact, this was the one that my client that I told you about earlier, she readjusted her description of the group to match a leadership model as opposed to a support model. It was very, very clear about how she helps people get to this end destination. She got a new group member come in and she sent a welcome message. And then this person literally responded with, "So nice to hear from you. Actually, do you do any consultations? Can you help me with this thing?" And I was like, seriously, that's amazing. And it's because she sent the welcome message. If she would not have sent the welcome message, then that person wouldn't have had an opportunity to respond. Now, are we all to expect that one welcome message equals one appointment? No. But welcome messages make it more likely that you even have a shot at any of this. We can also send them to the video. "Hey, hope you're doing well. I just want to let you know we dropped a video on such and such. Would you like me to send you the link?" Right? They say yes, we send them the link, we can have conversations. And we can also do invitations here. So if it's a hand raiser, whatever the things you're doing hand raisers for, you can basically do a hand raiser in Messenger as well. You don't have to just do the hand raiser, post it, pray, hope someone responds. We can do the hand raiser for people that are scrolling, and then we can pick a batch of people in the group and message them the same hand raiser. We do a little bit of this each day or a little bit of this each week. You may not be able to message everybody in your group all the time, and that's not what I'm saying, but you're giving yourself a much better chance to end up in a meaningful conversation with someone. And then, so from here, right, you can see that if we look at our business from a leadership perspective, we have long form video, if we have hand raisers, now I'm going to go back to the first drawing, right? So they come in here, right? They're new eyeballs, right? Then they go into our Facebook group, and maybe they also at the same time get added to email lists. Like, it's good to be everywhere, right? And then inside there, they're watching video, they're getting hand raisers, right? They're getting messages that then invite them to a conversion event. In the conversion event, this is where we make offers, right? And that is how we make sales. So this Facebook group, just to recap, this operates as the bridge between new eyeballs and conversion in your business. So let me go ahead and do a quick recap for you. Number one, Facebook group, good, because Messenger and long form content and lots of people are already on Facebook. Number two, Facebook groups operate in your strategy as a bridge between new leads and conversion. If your Facebook group is not making sales, we want to switch 4 things. Number one, we want to switch from posting stuff to taking the perspective of a leader of a group that's entrusted to you, responsible for getting them to a destination. This will create a different vibe in your group. Number 2, we're going to do long form video. Number 3, we're going to do hand raisers. And number 4, we're going to do Messenger. Now, if you found this video to be helpful, we are actually running a 5-day challenge where we're going to walk through every single one of these things. So we're going to go in more detail with what are we going to post about. We're going to talk about long form video, how to make that, how to make it good. We're going to go through hand raisers and events, and we're going to talk about Messenger. And the best part is on the last day, I'm going to teach you how to organize all of your workflow around social media so it doesn't get lost in all of the things that we're doing. And so if that sounds like yes, give me more of this, then just go ahead underneath this video, just type the word challenge below it. And what we will do is we will give you the details for the challenge. Now, if you're watching this before the challenge, we will get you the details on the actual challenge. If you catch this and our challenge has already happened, we'll chat with you about how you can get all of that information and all of that training as well. So go ahead and drop the word challenge. You will not regret it. You can join the challenge if your Facebook group, if you want to start one. if it's already established, or if it like just needs like some CPR, we can do that together. So we're gonna do the challenge. It's gonna be really fun. Drop the word challenge below, and hopefully I'll see you there. All right, bye.